Hey guys, David, Brojo Coach. I just wanted to talk about something that resonated with me deeply that one of the Brojo members shared recently. It's the feeling of the idea that you're stuck in your life in a particular area of self-development. So this is something that I felt significantly when I was going through a relationship breakup. It was quite a serious sort of relationship and it had ended. Also during at my work, I was going through some real challenges in my career. And so overall, this was a period of 2 years. I was really feeling like I was stuck, that I wasn't progressing in the way I wanted, that in some way my life had already plateaued and that I was a failure against my own measure of what I believed was success at that time. I looked at people around me, I looked at my own measurements of where I felt I needed to be, and I really felt like I was coming up short, that despite only being in my mid-20s, I was already a failure at life, and that I wasn't going to progress any further in it. And so it was probably a period of my life where I was at the lowest ebb, and it really rocked me and really made me look at myself and who I was as a person. It was one of the things that led me to really explore self-development and eventually join Brojo and become a Brojo coach. So in many ways, looking back on it, I can see it as a real positive experience now, but at the time, I really felt like there was a massive roadblock in front of me. So what I wanted to do was just talk about a really simple concept that I've utilized at that time to work around the feeling of being stuck, of facing a roadblock that was insurmountable for me at that time in the areas of my relationships and career, which were the two main areas of my life, I guess, at that stage. So what I did was I looked at my life and I said, well, what areas can I make progress in? Where don't I feel stuck? And for me, at that stage, I really struggled to find those sort of areas where I felt I could make progress in. I had a good circle of friends, which was nice, but I didn't feel that I could make major progress in creating connections with people at that stage in a friendship way, because I already had a good circle of friends. So what I did was I went out and I joined a couple of charities. One charity in particular, which it still has an impact on me today, was I became a Big Buddy mentor for a young boy. And that's a relationship that's continued with me, as I said, to today. He's now 21, and it's definitely one of the most powerful relationships that I've ever had in my entire life. It really helped me see value in myself by giving value to another person, by just giving my time, giving my, I guess, the gift of my time to that person and seeing the value that gave them. It really inspired me, and it gave me some real self-confidence, self-belief, self-worth, which was really important. And so obviously, look, I think the benefits of doing something like charity work is fantastic, and if you are looking for an opportunity to do something that will, help you see the value in yourself as a person, I strongly recommend charity work. But the concept I really wanted to highlight in this video was just the idea that if you've got a roadblock in one area, don't assume that's the only path you can journey on. There will be other paths that you can take in your life that you will feel like you're making progress in. Sometimes you need, as I did, to find a totally new path. But by doing that, and by finding that path that you do feel that you can make progress in, you build momentum within yourself. You build motivation within yourself. You build the ability to see past the roadblocks in the areas that you felt stuck in. And often, as I did, I found that by moving forward in other areas of my life, I made progress in the areas that I felt stuck. They organically just moved past the roadblocks. and I moved into the next phase of my career, next phase of my next relationship, next phase of my relationships. And it never felt like I had to try and bust through that roadblock. It just felt like they sort of melted away. And so, yeah, really encourage you, the idea that go out, and if you are feeling stuck, despite there is some benefit in persevering, I think there's also it's also okay to acknowledge that sometimes you don't want to feel like you're beating your head against the brick wall, and that you need to look for a way around it. And the one way around, or a way around it, is to explore other avenues, other journeys that you can take. So I hope that was helpful. It's a really simple idea. Like, I'd love to hear your thoughts, feedback on that. If you find it useful or you want to talk further on it, just drop me a message. Check out the Brojo Facebook page, check out my blog, check out the Brojo website. Lots of really great stuff on any of those that will help you with your self-development journey. And yeah, be well out there. And hopefully this can be useful to you. Thank you for taking the time to watch it. And yeah, I'm David, Brojo Coach. So cheers.